problem is, it's not a problem, but the good thing is if we get this bounce down here properly like I want, and then you ride back up, I mean, that's about a 6% gain on Bitcoin just from there. If we do come down one more layer, it would be tough for me to believe it's just going to hold this level. And I've been targeting this out since yesterday, as you guys know. I just don't see how we're going to keep this level. I feel like if we're going to do something and we're going to go back up. True, welcome in. Appreciate you tuning in as always. I would think that this has to come through here. Maybe we even come through some liquidity zones. I don't know. But I've been talking about this setup since yesterday, and it feels like even if we come down here, then we could at least come up here and get rejected. I mean, but there's no guarantee. We got to get down here first. We haven't completed this bearish divergence here. So, I just feel like it needs to come down a little bit more. That's just me. I'm not a financial advisor. Should you take my advice? Nope. And if you do, be prepared with the consequences or the rewards, because if you take somebody else's advice, it's out of your hands, and that's the worst position to be as a trader. Even if you appreciate what I do, enjoy what I do, you still have to put it in your own hands at the end of the day. I can try to guide you, but you got to steer the ship, otherwise you're not going to know your own direction. Be in control of your portfolio. Never let somebody else control it. So, let's see. So, I mean, a short-term uptrend, there is none. You can't even do this. So, I would like to come back here. Maybe try to project something. This did not hold. This ascending triangle, which I didn't think it was going to. I don't even know if it's going to be able to hold this next little area of support. I really would like to try to project this, but it's impossible right now. We could say we're going to get some kind of uptrend meet. I mean, we could do something like that, but I don't know. It just feels like something's got to give here with Bitcoin. It does. I almost think we could do this with Bitcoin and explain ourselves away a little bit easier now. I mean, we very well could be doing something like that as well in this immediate short term. But I still think if we can break out of this short-term cup and handle at 22,000, 23,000, I mean, Bitcoin really does look like it wants to come up here at some point. I mean, you call me crazy, but Bitcoin looks like it wants to come up here before this is all said and done. I might be off my rocker here, but I can see it. Now, does that mean if we're going to take it out that far, you know, like, does it mean we could do something like this? I don't think so. I don't think we have the testicular fortitude to do that real quick. I could see us doing something like this and trying to fill out this top end and then pop up somewhere. I don't know how high it's going to pop off. But if it does hold this line of support, that uptrend was meant to be broken. This didn't need to be held. This was a projection from yesterday, but if we were being honest, we could have did this. But I projected it out saying that we weren't going to hold. So that's the repercussions here. We're within an ascending triangle. It's almost like we've considered ourselves in like a corner of a bear flag here, if you ask me. But these have potentials of reversals here. It's just we're going to need to do more than we have right now. And I would not be surprised if now that it did this, that this pulled down here. I wouldn't. That's why I wanted to be open in this area without having a position. I wanted to see how it was going to react to this area. So, I mean, hey, Pizza Breath, what's going on? Welcome in. I would love to see XLM come down that low myself. I feel the same thing. Where's Ryan? Ryan, first day off tomorrow and 20 days of working 12-hour days. I've been out of the loop, upset. I still don't know how to copy trade you. No one has helped. Ryan, we've been trying to do as much as we can in here. I mean, I can only say it so many times how to do it. I got taken advantage of big time when I was trying to help out everybody, so kind of had to do it my own way now. So with Bitcoin, I mean, this is what we're looking at. I'm really looking at a little bit farther down so we could have a bullish W Gartley reversal. We need this W to come down a little bit, but then if it pulls down too far, obviously the pattern breaks. So I'm looking at something, and I've been since yesterday, for it to hold around this area, maybe a little bit higher, and then finally force its way out. Even if it doesn't force its way out and you just come up here, I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. If we're buying somewhere around here and then we get rejected for a 4.5%, whatever. Especially if you're a leverage trader, that's beautiful. So that's what I'm looking at right now with Bitcoin. And then everybody's going to say, well, what the hell does that mean for XRP? XRP still on this very dragged out, defined bull flag. And one leg of support. 2 hits of support. The third one usually comes down a little bit farther if it's going to be bullish. So if I didn't know any better, I would say maybe a retest on the 20-day and then a bounce back further. I mean on the 200-day right here as it crosses through. Excuse me. Yeah, I took a sip of water and it went down the wrong way. But XRP doesn't seem done to me. I think XRP's got a date with 40 cents. I really do. Well, Ryan, that's incorrect facts. You could not have been waiting for me because I have XRP. See, a lot of people say I was waiting for you. That means you weren't watching me. I was very open when I bought XRP sub 30 cents. I still have 1,222. Everybody needs to stop putting that on me. You buy it when you need to buy it. I said anything under 30 cents you can start layering into. Been saying it for 6 fucking months. I have 1,222 XRP from 29 under 30 cents. I've had bought 7,000 of them when it was under 30 cents and sold off since then all but 1,222. I've been very open about it. Well, Brian, I understand you've been out of the loop, but don't come in here saying, like I said. That's gaslighting my station. I don't like that. I'll always take offense to stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm looking for some kind of bounce and hold here. A lot of times this will break down and hold the 20-day. I mean, the 200. And then we can get an impulse move. Oh, Brian, I think it's going to go lower. I still do. I think we're going to go sub 20 cents. But these are those key retracement areas, and I've been talking a lot about this bullish Gartley reversal. I've been talking about how we need to get out of this first. I still think XRP comes way down from here after we finish this move. I think once this move is finished, whether it ends up at 40 cents, I think it's going to be hard to get back to 52. Is it impossible? No. Impossible? No. It's a drop point retest, but it's going to be very difficult to get way up there. But once this is over, remember, we're still in a much greater descending triangle. And it's not just from here. This is the shorter term. Remember, this pattern you can take from all the way back here. And you've got to be very careful when you get deep drop-offs. I said when it was at 50 cents to sell. Sub 30 cents you can start layering back in. It's up to you. My ideal layer to target back in, it's still, I wish it was a little bit cheaper because I know what we still have to do. But, I mean, that's the downtrending resistance. So, theoretically, if we really wanted to, we could come up here to $1.54. Would we? No. It's never going to fucking happen. Come up to the top of the pattern. So now you break it down. Is 70 cents possible? Probably not. It's probably not possible. So then you come down farther. Is this part of the pattern possible? And yes, I thought 40 cents was possible. I've been saying it since this Gartley hadn't even turned yet. So that's just this short-term pattern. If it goes farther out, you know, if we take this pattern farther out, well, sure. Sure, if we go into the grand scale, we could say, hey, we've had 2 points of resistance, 2 points of support. But the resistance up here, you know, I don't think XRP can get all the way up there. I think XRP could possibly run this old drop point, and I've been very open about that. But I still think XRP will come lower in the grand scheme. There's always volatile swings. This is when everybody would get upset with me when XRP would dump down, go up 35% after dumping 80, and then be like, oh my God, It's never going to break 50 cents. And then I just stood back, waited, and then it broke 50 cents because the pattern has to play out. Same thing here. Shake them out to fake them out to break them all. That's what I always call it. You shake them out to fake them out to break them all. That's what the crypto market's all about. It's never been any different. There's no utility. There's no purpose as of right now. There's no reason for them to pay you for staking because none of these coins have earnings. It's all a facade. So once you understand the facade, you can make some real money. If you don't understand the facade, you're going to get taken for everything you have while it goes to the bottom. If you leverage trade and think you're going to get rich, you're going to go broke. The only real way to get rich in crypto is if you buy at the bottom on a straight 1x buy, a straight hold, and you start layering in as it's getting towards the true bottom. And then you hold it through the entirety of the bull run, and then you sell it towards the top of the bull run. That is the only way you get rich. You get a lot of schlubs that get lucky when they're leverage trading, and then they consider themselves the greatest traders of all time. But I'll tell you a little secret. Show me a good person who can buy the bottom, hold it through the entirety of the bull run, and I'll slap the shit out of a leverage trader every single time because I'd rather be that person. All day, every day, and twice on Sunday, and we happen to be twice on Sunday right now. So I have fun leverage trading for gambling, but in the grand scheme, I've made my name by knowing when to long hold and knowing when to dump the markets. A lot of people try to take advantage of what I know. The true ones stay around and understand what's actually going on. There's a difference. The ones who think they're going to get rich quick go broke. But I still think that this pattern's accurate. I think that this is the most accurate XRP pattern, and not a lot of people want to tap into it. And I've had this out for a long time. This is in the weekly, and this goes all the way back. So if you're an XRP lover, you need to pay attention to this. Because I promise you, we're going to get rich off of all these ISO coins, including XRP. But the point was we couldn't go broke on the way down, which we haven't. You guys see my Uphold? I took out a few $100 because I didn't want to have it at $5,000. I considered, I don't know, I think it's at $4,500 now. But I still am afraid of these stupid exchanges and them not giving money back if it ever came down to it. I do like Uphold, though. So that's why I keep my money on there. February 18th. February 12th of 2018 was that hit of resistance. The first hit of support here was in 2017 of August. Then we came up to resistance in 18 of April. Then we came down to support. April 20th, 2020. Resistance, May of 2021. You need 2 points on each side to confirm the pattern. We have. So now, is it easier for me to think we've come all the way down here and we're going to all of a sudden break back up and come all the way up here? Or is it easier for me to think we might be able to break in the immediate short term and come up here to a layer 1, as I would call it, try to break up to 40 cents and get rejected, or if we can possibly hold that, come from a layer 1 to 2. I don't know if a layer 1 to 2 is even possible in this market. I don't. Because you're going to have to do it quick, and what's staring us in the barrel again? July. What happens in July? Another rate hike. Quantitative tightening instead of easing. What's crypto? That's right, an asset. Or, liability. It's a crypto is a liability because there's no earnings. On some of the stocks I show you guys in the gold markets, they're good because they have earnings. They have good earnings and they offer a dividend. Crypto offers a staking, which is, to me, a Ponzi scheme. You're staking with no earnings. How can you offer people guaranteed money when you have no money or revenue coming in? That's the by definition a Ponzi scheme. That's why I was pissed at Uphold for starting to do staking. For the longest time, people mocked me about Uphold because they didn't stake, and I was thrilled about it because I knew they were more legit. They started offering staking, so I don't know. Does that make them less legit? Not in my eyes. But, it becomes a slippery slope when you start to give out money that's not earned. It's a weird thing. So, this is what I see with XRP. And we could absolutely say with XRP that maybe, just maybe, that this is the pattern we're trying to form until the end. Like, this could be your final breakdown. Ooh, you want a snack, buddy? This could be the final breakdown before a much larger reversal. So, if we could somehow break through 40 cents, through this area, And if you look at it in the 30-minute, it looks a lot different, this area. It looks like there's still a lot of room. There's still a lot of room. And I still think that we come up here somehow. I think XRP, as long as we don't get some nonsense, because that is a big issue with the market right now. But I think we could come down to the 200, bounce off it, and possibly end up here. That is what we have to pay attention to, because that is not off the table. Until this breaks the 200-day, because a lot of technical traders, I don't like to look at the indicators. I think understanding the patterns and drawing them out is all you need to do. But if you want to give yourself a second layer advantage, as you could call it, since you already understand the charts, simply look at the technical indicators. For the technical traders who don't know how to read a chart, you can slam them in the face every single time if you understand it. You guys have been imperative to my case study. Understanding with people who are leverage trading, understanding people who trade the market, watching the people in the Telegram. I basically make a trading plan around it now. You know what everybody's doing and understand exactly where the hopium comes in, the fear, the greed, all of it. And you can start to make a plan within your own trading. Sometimes it's ugly to start because you got to get the parameters, but once you get it down, oh, it can be a glorious thing. And never be afraid of the red. Oftentimes the red gives me my best learning experiences. The green doesn't teach me shit. It actually makes me more greedy. Oh, I know everything. Look at this profit. It's when you get kicked in the nuts when you really learn if you know how to trade or not. I'll be right back. Got to give my son this. So I can tell you guys a quick story. So several years ago, trading in the stock market, I had a streak that went like 4 or 5, 6 months where I literally felt like there was nothing I could do wrong. So what did I do? I take all my profits, right? Take all my profits that I had. And this is before I learned how to take out profits, buy physical metals, and actually pay myself for when the market recorrects. Well, let's just say I built up from 1,000, got it up to like 8,000 or 9,000, and you're talking a 3 to 5 to 8 month win streak. Some money was taken out, but in the end, I ended up buying a company called Vaxart. I had a long option on it, and what happened? The option hits 1 week after my option, but I had to sell it worthless. Worthless cost me $1,000. Yes, I know I had 8,000. Could have been much worse, or cost me 1,500. But the point is it's right when you think you know it all and you grab the market by the balls is when you really need to step back and evaluate and really realize you don't know shit. Because that's what happened to me. And that's when I actually was like, you know what? I'm going to look at these charts deeper because I missed something. Nobody's perfect. If you think you're a perfect trader, I suggest you look in the mirror again because you're going to lose a lot of money. And yes, when did we go to real from having fun on this show? When I realized we were going in the wrong direction, and instead of teaching, we had everybody who was grasping and leeching. I don't like leeches. If you want to leech, go fishing. I got a nice fishing pole for you. You can throw some leeches on there, catch some nice fish. But you're not going to catch anything out of these waters because if you're not learning, get the fuck out. That's my motto. If you don't want to learn, I'm not the right person for you because I'm not going to fish for you. The one time I tried doing that, this whole thing changed. If Bitcoin comes up to 27K area, where can XRP head up to? In that scenario, Sonny, I think that's the scenario where XRP would be able to actually, if it came up to 27K, that would be the one scenario where I would say we could fill out this pattern at 68 cents. That would be where this is speaking of, in my opinion. If we actually finish this out, I would say this is how we get up to this short-term ascending triangle pattern. I bought Vaxart, V-A-X-A-R-T, and right before that, just long story short, Vaxart, I just made $3,500 on a call option just before that. But instead of sitting back and waiting for it to reshuffle for a couple weeks, I went into another option with, I made $3,000 or $4,000. I'll just put $1,500 this time because I'm so smart. I wiped out that entire $1,500 of profit being so fucking smart. And if I would have just sat back a week, the week after my options expired, it went up like fucking 50% where I was looking at. 1 week later, what was that? I was greedy and I didn't take an option out farther than I expected because I wanted more money. That's where the problem came. I called a beautiful pattern. I just took the option out 1 week too early because I got greedy and I didn't want to wait for the market to come to me. That's an issue. But those are the best lessons I've ever learned that made me the trader I am today. To where even when I had a horrendous hit when XRP went the opposite way on me, I only had a $218 trade. So that horrendous hit only cost me about $110. In past life, in a situation like that, that horrendous hit would have cost me $1,000 or $800. You know, it's all about risk reward. It was a risky spot, so I bet less. See, that's how you understand this. You know, percentages are percentages. But if you're betting $1,000 and you lose 80%, let's say, or if you bet $200 and lose 80%, you've minimized your risk. You're not losing the $800. Yeah, it sucks. You might lose $150 on that scenario, but you're not losing $800. You're not losing your shirt. You might be losing your shoes or your socks, but damn it, you still got your underwear if you wear them. So, oh wow, Whitey, whoa. 1,500 bits, and when did we get to 50 people? I just been kind of talking, teaching. I didn't even realize we got up to 50 people tonight. We were only at like 10. Where the hell did everybody come from? Holy smokes! So I really appreciate that 1,500 bits, Whitey. OG from way back. Open your eyes and ear, perfect timing, Bailey. They're still deciding the approval of a Bitcoin ETF. I know they are. I think they're going to approve it though. I think they're going to approve it. There's talks on the back channel that they're going to approve it, in my opinion. I've said no on the last few. I said yes on the BITO when that first came out. This one could happen. I have some of their tokens right now. They changed the token. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, you're talking about the crypto. I'm talking about the actual, I can't really say it, but the blah, blah, blah company. Thanks, JW. I appreciate it. Mondo, the 15. Yep, we'll go to the 15-minute chart. I'm doing good, Whitey. Great to have you in here. I love when you catch live streams, and I'm just blown away by that 1,500-bit donation. That's insanity. Pizza Brat, thanks for the gift sub. That's 47 total. Holy crap. Techno Brat with the gifted sub. And Noah mixing sugar water for the bees. Excellent. Excellent. So in the 15-minute chart, we're going to go to XLM. Ooh. The 15-minute chart, we've created a W reversal here. A bearish reversal at that. So this will come back down at the top. See, this is a bearish W reversal. Right side's inclined. Buyers are not in control here. You'd have liked to have seen a fuller. So this will probably top out here at 36.6. Or it could top out here and come back down. But these are bearish with the setup. It doesn't mean it can't come up higher, but this is a bearish setup. Man, I wish I would have seen it right there. That was almost to my technical target. Damn it. I got too into the episode. Axis, love you, Tom. I'm falling asleep. Hey, no problem, Axis. Go get some rest and sleep tight, my friend. Sleep tight. I really appreciate you. Okay, so let's see. So this is XRP. But I want to go to XLM real quick for Pizza Breath while he's in here. For being so generous. But that's, see, when we had this ascending triangle on XLM, we talked about it. If it could hit, when it came through, you hit rejection here. Then you can buy the short down to here potentially. Got rejected here twice. And now look, now it's doing this beautifully. It's almost completed the bearish divergence using the MA lines. Which I only use those to get the trader's perspective. I'd much rather have the patterns drawn out, and let's see what we're doing. You've actually started a descending triangle in the short term here with XLM. I think it's pretty obvious for anybody who's watching. And then for anybody who understands the pattern. Actually, not a descending triangle. I don't want to say a triangle, but a falling channel. Which could be a bull flag scenario. And you can even come back farther and say, well, Tom, it's actually like this, and I couldn't argue with you. So, I mean, That could be a bull flag play out. And I know it's a weird one, but if it did somehow hold this, it could. This market could surprise everybody. It's just, I still anticipate this to come down here. I have ever since it broke this area. Just because I'm not leverage trading doesn't mean I'm not paying attention to the market. A lot of times I like to just pay attention to the market. I have a lot of bags to fill at the bottom, and I know exactly when to do them, and I'm going to blow everybody away. And I hope you're enjoying it and riding with me. Sometimes I don't leverage trade. Sometimes I'm not focused on it. Haven't been on here in a while. Even then, you were throwing them out there. Great stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah. Can we do Doge? Yeah, we'll do Doge. Absolutely. I have no problem doing Doge. I love Doge, to be honest with you. Is the fridge? Thanks for the follow. You're 453, believe it or not. Make sure you check my Twitch homepage and click on my YouTube partnered page. That link. Join the other 11,200 plus subscribers on YouTube. So, I mean, I would say probably rejection is needed here before we go any farther down. That's probably what this is going to end up playing out to. Can we get all the way back up here? Likely not. Not before a further push down to support. So, Doge, we're in this ascending triangle, and this is one I kicked myself. I didn't try to trade it. It's not in the USDC setup, but I certainly could have did it on my own. And if I was paying attention, I had this set up so perfectly. I even had the downtrending resistance as it broke the ascending, and I said once it used this, we could have a play right up there. And damn if I didn't know, it would do it in one freaking day. In 24 hours, it did it. And this is what sucks. I have so many charts covered. I mean, that's a 10% move that hit exactly like we're talking about on the ascending triangle. So, right now, I mean, that looks pretty bearish at the top. I don't know how it's going to break out of that with that formation. Can we come back down here? Like, these are where it always is interesting. If we break this and the support, we might have to come down here. In the 4-hour time frame, though, Doge really ran up there, completed that cup and handle up here. So, if I didn't know any better, when I say Doge might have overran XRP just now, look at these formations. Look at that bullish Gartley W reversal there in here. Now look at XRP. If I didn't know any better, I would say that overran and front ran XRP. Am I wrong? Am I crazy to think that? Look at XRP. Look at Dogecoin. Dogecoin was in this area, and it came down, consolidated, then broke out. XRP is in that area, it's consolidating, looking for its breakout. We haven't got this. That's what I'm saying. XRP is one layer behind right now. To me, it doesn't make any sense for XRP to crash right now. It needs to come up one more layer. Unless they're giving the old bend you over, F you out the door moment, XRP has to come up one more level. And that would mean XLM has to come up one more level, and that's a bullish M formation. I believe these have to come up one more level. I believe that at the end, you're going to look at this and say, damn, it did end up playing off like a left shoulder, just like he's been saying the whole time. I've been here before. I know what this pattern is. This is likely going to play off as a left shoulder. I'm not a financial advisor, so should you listen to me? No. But if it makes sense, have some balls and make an educated decision, because I'm not going to do it for you. But I'll try to guide you. But everything I'm seeing is speaking bullish right now for one more layer. The other thing that speaks bullish, stock market end of the week up 823. DXY starting to go down. If this ends up being a bearish cup and handle and it fails it, which right now we can't tell, if this were to break down like this,